All right, so today's thought for the day. This is about this thing. I've been saying it before, you've probably heard it from 1,000,001 people, but if you want to transform your world, you have to transform yourself, right? So it's really simple, and I don't know why it doesn't seem more obvious, but when you change the way you behave, then the world around you changes. So for example, if you smile at someone, they smile back. So your smile is being literally reflected back to you. And sometimes it's much more subtle than that. Sometimes you go around and you're generous and you're courteous and you act in a very positive way. And you don't necessarily see that reflected back to you, but it does ripple outwards. And one by one, we can all make a difference by doing this, because every little grain of sand makes up a big part of the beach. Without those individual grains of sand, there would be no beach. So we need to be that grain of sand. We need to kind of be positive, be the change we want to see in the world. But it's not just about behavior, because it works like this. Your thoughts create your emotions, which create your behavior, right? So when you're focused on negative stuff, when you're angry and bitter because life hasn't given you what you want, then that is going to kind of be, it's going to keep going on. It's going to keep repeating itself. But when you go around with a positive outlook and you keep yourself focused on good stuff, on feeling grateful and having an attitude of gratitude, on focusing on the beauty in your life and the good things in it rather than the negative stuff. So easy to get wrapped up in complaining, about feeling sorry for ourselves, and just generally focusing right in on all the stuff that's going wrong, that we forget that there's so much going right for us. Even on the worst days, we've got a roof over our head, we've got food on the table. There's so much to be grateful for. And when we start to look at our lives in that way, then our lives transform. So our thoughts create our emotions. So our emotional state becomes much better. We become less bitter, less angry. We don't have to be angry. We can choose to be happy. And that then is reflected in the outside world. Not only are we more focused on what's beautiful and what's going our way, but we start to behave in a way that attracts that to us. So literally we are transforming our personal world. And just like each of those grains of sand on the beach, we're transforming the world as a whole. We're doing our little bit. So focus on the beauty, focus on kindness, focus on compassion, focus on empathy, focus on gratitude, focus on the good things rather than the negative things. Switch off the news, unless it's good news, it doesn't help necessarily. It's good to be informed, but it doesn't help. So just focus on what's going right and let's focus on what's going wrong. Stay realistic, but keep that positive outlook, because it will transform your world. All right, there we go. Cheers for that.